Bienvenidos, amantes de los TCG y adictos al cartón. En esta ocasión vamos a hacer una entrevista al señor KevMo, que es parte del equipo de trabajo de los muchachos de Sharkbox. Ustedes han visto lo que es Sharkbox, lo hemos traído aquí en varias ocasiones, hemos jugado varios juegos, hemos hecho pack openings, pero a KevMo se le hace mucho más fácil hacer la entrevista en inglés. So, nosotros vamos a cambiar el lenguaje en 3, 2, 1. That's it.
English.
Welcome, KevMo. Thank you for being here with us.
Hola, hola. Buenos días, mis amigos.
There you go. See, él habla un poquito de español, but we're gonna be conducting the interview in English. So how do you feel about this interview? This is the first time that you've been interviewed by anyone, right?
Yeah, I think officially by any of the Shardbugs content creators, this is my interview debut, I'd say. Thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it.
Of course. Boom. So this is going to be a series of different interviews that we're going to be having with the Sharkbox team. So this is the first one. KevMo is, well, let's start this. First of all, Tuki, do you have anything to say before we start the questions?
Yes. Kev, how do you feel about the intro?
The intro?
Yes. Do you like that?
You guys' little theme music. Home, 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 home.
Oh, he didn't see the intro. I'll show you later. No problem.
It was something that I threw in there just to mess up with you.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see that one, but I'm excited to now.
It's fine. So let's start with the first one. The first question is, who is KevMo? And where did you get the nickname from? What does it mean to you?
Okay. Well, KevMo is I. I am the Shardbugs community manager. KevMo was a nickname from, I want to say either high school or early college. I think it was early college. It was a school days nickname by my friend groups that I had. And I think one of my buddies was just playfully, a lot of them called me Kevin. Kev was big. And then I think one of them was just having fun with my name one day and said, "Hey, KevMo, how's it going?" Da, 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 da. And everyone loved it in my little immediate friend group. And they started calling me KevMo. And then some of those friends from that friend group knew other mutual friend groups that I had. And so they started calling me KevMo in those friend groups. And then they kind of took on to calling me that. And it kind of spread from there. And before you know it, a lot of my friends were just calling me KevMo. And then I was like, you know what, that's kind of fun because I don't know that there's a lot of KevMos out there. So I started using it for a username, and it just I became the KevMo.
Yeah, most of the times when you get like a nickname or something, it comes from just a joke, and then you just go from there. And sometimes you just own it, and that's it. And it's part of your life, the rest of your life.
There you go. And now I'm KevMo.
So it's like, at least me, Atukiti was from a joke that we were having one day playing one specific game, and he decided to put the name, and he stays with that name the whole life.
I was wondering how you guys got
for
shared.
a long time, yes.
So since you are sharing with us, we're going to be sharing with you. So my name comes from a card. I used to play one of those, main games, main TCGs. And the card name is Falling Ascari. So that I was a black player. So that card was one of the...
We don't do that here, bro.
Okay. So I was a black player. So that card for me was one of the best cards when it comes to art and when it comes to abilities and stuff like that. So I really love the name Ascari. So I just changed some letters and stuff and started calling myself Ascarius. That said, I didn't knew that Ascari was a type of worm.
Oh.
So yeah.
So it fits. It's perfect.
It fits. Exactly. There you go. So Atukiti, you can say your story.
Mine. I stole my nickname from somebody else. That's pretty much how it happens. Back in the MSN era, this guy used to I always like to mess up with him, and At some point, he was putting some random.
He
was putting some random usernames, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna put whatever he put. I'm just gonna put the same thing, and I keep doing that for like, I don't know, like a month. And one day he put a Tukiti. I was like, oh, I'll put a Tukiti. And after that, I guess when I was gonna create my Xbox account, that's when I didn't know what to put there. I was like, I'll just put a Tukiti. And I guess after that, it stayed with me. But recently, I got a new one. They have been calling me Dormammu.
Dormammu. Yeah. That's a story for another day. So,
I want to hear that one later.
Mr. Tukiti.
Tell us a little bit about your TCG background.
Sure. Well, I think my first experience with TCGs was back in Pokemon days. I was a Pokemon kid, huge Pokemon nerd. Pokemon first came out. I saw it. I loved it. I mean, I was the prime age for Pokemon. I got super into it. And so I started playing Pokemon back in the day, both the video games and the card game. And from there, I think I also went to Yu-Gi-Oh! Next because I was there when Yu-Gi-Oh! First dropped in the card shops. And it was something new. It was something cool. You know, Pokemon has a little bit of that cutesy, cutesy kind of feel to it. But Yu-Gi-Oh! I saw these, these monsters, these beasts, these dragons. It had a little bit of a sharper edge, it felt like. So I got interested in Yu-Gi-Oh! And then from there, I started exploring a few other ones through friends. Those were the two that I mostly played on my own and that I collected. But through various friend groups, I got into a few here and there. I did play the old school Dragon Ball Z game with some friends who had the decks. I think I even tried getting into the old Digimon game, if you remember that one. I had some cards, but I think I tried playing one game and I didn't really know how to play it. But then fast forward to Magic, and I got into Magic, just like most of us got into it at one point or another.
Everybody.
Yeah. And
everybody.
I got into it early on a little bit. I didn't really play too much. I just liked the cards and I thought they were cool. Life happened. I ended up losing the cards that I had. And then my brother-in-law kind of got me back into it when I met him. He's a really big card gamer, and he did tournaments and all that stuff. And so when he first started meeting the family, I'm like, okay, who is this guy? Who's this guy that my sister's bringing around? And then he said he played Magic. I'm like, okay, he's a little cooler. Okay, let's see. And we started getting into Magic, and he was really cool. And so I kind of dove headfirst into Magic for years. I was really big into, I loved Modern. I would play competitively, Commander, and, a few fun custom formats. And then, as we all know, Magic is doing its thing. And so then I kind of transitioned a little bit. I still play some Commander here and there with my friends from time to time. Not really big into, I still have some Modern decks just to play, here and there with friends when I'm having fun. But I started getting really into Sorcery, Contested Realm, which has more of a board game feel. So it's different than most card games. And then that kind of led me here into my journey to Shardbugs. And because I'm not really big into playing a lot of that competitive Magic, Shardbugs really scratched that itch and filled that gap for me, because I was playing Shardbugs before I even joined the dev team. And so Shardbugs kind of filled that gap where Magic left a hole in my heart a little bit. And I fell in love right away. And and now we're here.
So you come in transition, like playing a bunch of different TCGs. That's kind of the same thing that we've been doing. We fell in love with Shardbugs the same way that you did. We do understand that Shardbugs is one of the most complete TCGs that we have played until now. That said, how do you compare your experience with other TCGs, and how do you translate that experience to Shardbugs? Like, how do you feel when you had Shardbugs for the first time in your hands and you said, okay, how do I translate what I know from another TCGs into this?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a little bit it's a little bit of a fun question there because, as you know, Shardbugs doesn't really feel like most other card games. All these other
Yeah.
card games that a lot of us are familiar with are usually card games where you start off at a certain amount of life, and then you attack the other player. You know, they can block, they could do whatever. You deplete them down to zero, you win. And so, where Shardbugs has a lot of familiar elements to some of these other games, you know, we have kind of that stack system a little bit. We call it the web. We have similarities with, having to use resources to play cards. There's a little bit of familiarity there, but the fact that we are so unique and different in our win cons and how you get to be able to win a match, it's unlike most other games that I've played. And so when I first came into Shardbugs, I was like, oh, this is going to be fun because I know how to play these games. I've done this. And then you completely change it from being your experience in a combat focused game to a non-combat focused. You know, there is combat in Shardbugs, but it's more on obviously the devotion game. So there's that element of having to make sure you time out when to go for attacking, when to hold things back, when to do big plays, you know. So it translated over with my experience a little bit as far as the familiarity of how a lot of these elements and mechanics work. But as far as the win con and the gameplay, I had a hard time trying to like deprogram my brain a little bit from, you know, trying to just go all in and attack to like, oh, I got to hold back and I got to really build my board state and I have to strategize, you know, and pace myself. So it was definitely a little bit of a game changer for me, but I caught on quick. I'm still learning. I'm not as good as some of you pros out there, but
Of course.
Oh, here we go.
When you start playing Luna, that's when you're learning.
yeah.
Do you play Luna?
I love Luna. Luna's
Okay.
Luna's my go-to. She's she
Here
was
we go.
She's
the
the
one.
best avatar.
No, as far as which avatar
Wait. Don't. That's another question though.
Okay.
We got one. You mentioned something about sorcery. That's how you got to know the Shardbugs team,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that. How knowing or being the sorcery community change or develop to what you're doing right now with Shardbugs.
Yeah, of course. Well, like I said, I played Sorcery Contested Realm, which is another card game. It's a little bit more of a board game feel
Mhm.
to a card game, so it feels completely different. I got into that one because of the fantasy aspect. I'm not gonna sell that game here, but I liked it for certain reasons, and I developed a podcast for it, and I built a server for my podcast, and I was really involved with the community through my podcast and through a lot of volunteer work, judging, and a lot of involvement and interaction with the community and the team there. And through my involvement with sorcery in the community and my podcast, I actually met Lewis at a convention. I believe it was called the Courtesan Cup, and that was in Indianapolis, and that was a handful of years ago. And Lewis and I had kind of known each other a little bit through the Discord community, but we met there in person at the convention, and he was all dressed up and everything. So I'm like, oh, this guy's really cool. He's dressed up like a sorcerer, and so we met in person, and from there, he liked the podcast and he liked my involvement with the community, and I appreciated who he was to the community as well. And so after we met in person, it kind of opened us up to chat a little bit more here and there online via Discord. And we kind of kept in touch a little bit. And then eventually he reached out to me and he said, hey, I know you love playing trading card games. I've been working on a project for a few years now. We're moving to a spot where we're trying to do play testing and working with these prototype stuff. Do you have any interest in trying it out and seeing what it's all about? And to be honest, I was a little hesitant at first because I'm like, oh, okay, trading card game, that's cool, but you got to support the friends. and everything. So I was like, oh, tell me about it. And as soon as he said it's all about bugs and like bugs fighting each other and real bugs that you find out in nature with a comic book aesthetic, I'm like, bugs, comic books, nature, I'm in. So I'm like, okay, I'm intrigued. So I joined and he showed me all about it. And yeah, I fell in love pretty quick. I liked what he was doing. I saw the vision. I saw where he was going with it and how hard he was working, all the resources he was dumping into it, his team. I was very impressed. And like I said, I was part of the community before the dev team. So I joined and I just started hanging out with everybody and communicating and joining in on games and stuff. And that's where we're at now. So definitely, it was cool that I met him through another game, but it's cool to see it turn into, you know, what it is now that we got to see it. You know
how it keeps growing, because it keeps growing. So
wait. Before you go to the next one, I want to mention something. I want to ask something. Follow-up question.
Okay.
So without giving us any like big spoiler, how much the game changed since the first time you started playtesting before we even know about the game until what it is now?
Yeah, that's a good question. Boy, the game has seen some pretty good changes, some pretty big changes. Going as far back as the prototype days, you know, pre-alpha or pre, you know, beginning. The cards, the look of the cards. We've posted some photos on kind of what the layout of some of the older card layouts looked like. The layout is a lot cleaner now. The early, I guess, layout of the card template was really cool, but I feel like right now with the template that we have, it works really well. I think you guys have seen from even the sample cards that are out there now, even just the trait box. You know, there used to be three trait boxes on the bottom, and it would just show which trait you had. And you have to know the rock, paper, scissors of how that trait affects the other traits. And then we change it to where you have the trait and the resistance so that you don't have to know on your own, you know, what trait resists flying or what trait resists swimming. It's right there on the card. So little changes like that made it easier for the community to utilize these cards and understand these cards without having to refer to a rule book. The rarity also changed. I don't know if you guys saw that one on the early sample cards. Commons used to just have one pip, but people were often confused because they're like, oh, how many copies do we have? It only has one pip, but 5 copies. And so we swapped that over. Now it's 5 pips is common, 5 copies, you know, 4 pips for uncommon. So little changes like that.
That's one of the things that I like about the game. Like the way that it's a subtle thing, but it's also really good because you know exactly how many cards you can have in the deck and stuff like that. So it makes it easier for people to start playing.
And changes like this were a result of community feedback. One of the things that we really strive for is for the community to know that. There you go, right there. He's showing it right there. Yeah, that was a common with the 1 pip. One thing we like to emphasize with the community is that we are always open to constructive criticism, to feedback from the community, because ultimately, you know, we design the cards, but you guys play with the cards. And common things like the rarity or the rarity pips and the traits were things that players were consistently finding trouble remembering or having to reference the rule book to remember these things. And so we gathered all that feedback, and to show that we listened to you guys, we took that feedback into consideration and we changed a few things to make it easier on you guys. And when we were testing those out, it got really great feedback. So we decided to stick with that because it made it easier for the people who it actually mattered for. So we saw some cosmetic changes, and then even like the gameplay early on with like alpha testing, support cards, for example. You used to be able to play multiple support cards out of the same one, whereas now you can only have 1 copy. So imagine having 2 or 3 Luna's Blessings.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, Luna's Blessing back then was slightly different too, but a lot of this stuff just came from playtesting the first sets and making these changes. And I really feel like while there are some big changes like that, cosmetic to something as big like the support cards, the core foundation of the game and the win con and how you play the game, it never really changed. It was still the same, but I think it's just got cleaner and it got, I want to say sharper. Like it just feels tighter and it feels, I think the team has been doing a really good job play testing and making choices to make these cards feel like they feel really nice when you play them, as you guys might know, gameplay wise. So, but no, that was a great question. I love kind of sharing with people the early days of Shardbugs and like early beginning testing and all that stuff. It's really cool to see where it's come from. And those who have the sample cards like you do, you can see that history right there. So
one of the things that I love about the Charbox team and the community is how reachable they are. And how you can sit down with them and have a conversation and talk about a bunch of stuff. When we started this project, we were like looking into one specific game. Then I took it to move on and doing stuff differently. And he started because he was doing like some indie games when it comes to video games. So he thought like, hey, it would be nice. That's why Satukiti Casa Indie, just so you guys know. So he started with video games that are indie games. And then he moved on, this project to something that was with Indie TCGs. So the first Indie TCG that he had here in the channel, I wasn't able to be part of it. The second one that he brought was another Indie TCG that is a pretty good game. The third one was Charbox. And I was able to sit down with Nate, was able to sit down with Luis. I was able to learn the game from them. Okay. And the way that they explained the game, the way that they said that the community is first, I was like, everybody says the same thing until you get to the community, until you get to the Discord, until you're part of it. And you see how people are with the team and how the team is with the people. So it's a really good community. We're going to have the link below. You will have the Discord link so you can be part of the community. Or since we are talking about the community, now as part of the team, what do you enjoy the most about working with Charbox?
Oh, the most? I don't know if I have a most. There's so many cool things about working with the team. I'd say first off, because I grew up playing TCGs, I just think it's really cool being on a TCG company, a dev team for a trading card company. That's something that as a child growing up around these games and playing these games, I thought it would be super cool to be involved with a trading card game, especially one that you love and you have passion for and you actually like playing and collecting yourself. So it was kind of a dream job for me back when I was a kid, thinking like, oh, I wish I could work for Pokemon, or oh, I wish I could work for, the Yu-Gi-Oh and all that stuff. And then so now where I'm at is kind of one of those like, oh, this is really cool. I never thought that I'd have an opportunity to not only be a part of a team, behind a trading card company, but have a hand in the development and the game, from the beginning to production. We all have our own separate roles, but we all also pitch in little by little to have little things that help shape cards here and there, whether it's we're in a dev team meeting. It's like, oh, I think this artwork would be cool if it did this, or hey, I think, what if we change this to this, or what if this card did that, and so we've all had a hand in shaping this. And that's just really, really cool to be a part of, looking at some of these cards and being like, oh, that was, that thing right there was kind of my idea, or that thing right there was, or I helped do this or that. So that's really, really cool. That kind of is the part that pleases the little inner child of me. But I'd say the team itself is very talented, full of very talented people. They're all great at what they do, and they make it so easy to have fun being a part of this team. Not just because everything that I just said about being part of a card game team in general, but seeing how much they care about being involved with the community and having that open communication with the community. One of my favorite aspects is also just the interaction that we can have back and forth with the community. They give us this open invite, I want to say, to make sure to engage and communicate and reach out and stay in consistent communication with you guys. And I think that's really important. I love that. You know, I'm a community guy coming from my old, like I said, with the podcast and the community. So seeing how involved the team not only is, but allows us all to be with you guys is, I think, one of my most favorite things, just because we're not just like the company and then every once in a while you guys see us come in there. Like, no, we're fully engaged. We're out there at the shops. Well, they are. Sometimes I get to see you guys when I go on conventions and all that.
Yeah, of course.
But we're there in person. We're at these events. We're at the LGSs. We're always on Discord. We're jumping into video calls. We're and playing games with you guys. So I think that right there is probably one of my favorite things. Just being such a big part and having such a big role with the community is really cool.
Nice. Now with that I think that was the perfect question. Whoever did these questions did a good job, honestly, because the next one fit perfect. Now, where do you see Sharbucks in 5 years?
5 years. Well, we've been making big moves just in the last year. I mean, just almost a year ago was our Kickstarter. It was last year at the end of March. And so in 1 year, I mean, seeing the amount of progress we've made as a company and the amount of growth in 1 year is really impressive. I'm not going to lie. I'm very impressed with the team. I'm very impressed with the community, the engagement we see from everybody. So 5 years from now, I hope to see us in every state. I hope to see us in multiple countries internationally. I mean, you already saw recent announcements that we're in Mexico now. We're working on getting into a couple other countries. So I hope to see us in more countries, definitely in every state. I want to see, I can't wait to see a lot more conventions. You've seen us just within the last year. We've been at multiple Collecticons. We've been in, we did a small event at Gen Con, and we're lining up for something really cool this time around. And we keep growing. We keep getting bigger. Look at our partnership with Pro Play Games. It's going to enable circuit level tournaments and matches. So in 5 years, I hope to see us in all 50 states. I hope to see regular play groups around for people. I hope to see some really big tournaments, some really big turnouts. And hopefully in 5 years from now, we'll be able to hit a lot more of these conventions to see all you guys. Because of course I'm over here on the West Coast, so I don't get to make it to a lot, but I'm hoping to be able to 5 years from now. What else? 5 years from now will be a lot more sets in. So I'm excited to see how people are enjoying the other colors of alignments.
Yes.
And I know Lewis at one point discussed this, so I can discuss this a little bit more, but he did say that we might experiment with having avatars that are maybe multiple alignments together. 2 alignment avatars, stuff like that. You never know. So I'm excited to see how the game progresses and the competitive scene 5 years from now. So, and a lot more love on the West Coast out here.
Okay, perfect. Wow.
If you're that might be something we see in the next year or two. So 5 years out, I hope we have a super big beehive shaped headquarters, central headquarters, and we got employee vehicles, and we got little hubs.
That would be
here
so
and
nice.
there,
Everybody, let's go to the B-Mobile.
Yeah, 5 years from now, I hope to say Pokemon who? Magic what?
Exactly. Magic what? Okay, so since we are talking about, we talked about avatars earlier. So, which avatar has your devotion? Will this change in the future?
I know Atu Kitty's been waiting for this one.
Oh, of course.
His grin's getting big. I have to say, when I first joined and got into Shard Bugs, the very first avatar that caught my heart right away was Luna.
Let's go.
Luna.
No.
I think because when I played Magic, I really liked. I was a black player as well, playing. You know, it was usually either like mono black or black blue, but kind of the darker.
That's this guy.
Darker, like shadowy, creepier. You know, I loved
Yeah.
zombies. I loved, you know, all the creepy monsters and stuff like that. So because Luna is a lot more of this darkness and shadows, you see all this like sneaky stuff here and there, and they're really strategizing. They're doing this stuff from the shadows. I thought that was really neat and really creative, and they have a lot of really cool bugs in there. I love the moths, the glow bugs that they're doing, and Luna also has this. You'll often see in the Luna alignment that their bugs often have this heavy emphasis on technology. So you'll see these like glow weapons, these energy weapons, laser weapons. You'll see them creating a lot of really cool, almost futuristic looking technology. And so all of that combined, you know, I'm a tech guy, so I love gadgets and futuristic cyberpunk sort of feel. So Luna with the shadows and the sneakiness and the cool bugs and the technology, I think it all fit together, and so that's why I went Luna. As far as the next part of your question, should I ever feel like I might want to change teams? I don't. I think I'm so caught up in Luna in my heart that I'll always have a Luna connection with that the purple, the darkness, the moon. I think I'll always love the moon in my heart. Will I tinker with some other ones? For sure. I can't wait for. I think the one I'm most looking forward to is Harena, with the desert stuff. I really love I really love tarantulas, scorpions, you know, that kind of stuff. I love ancient Egypt, and so the vibe that we're kind of going with the ancient sands is right there. So that's going to be doing a lot of fun stuff. I can't say too much on that one, but it's definitely going to be a fun alignment to play. I'm also looking at the Frost, you know, with Scotty.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of fun stuff there.
That's going to be my new avatar.
I love the snow. I love the cold. So those two, I will definitely have a lot of fun playing and trying out, but I don't know if my heart is going to move from Luna. I think I'll always have a spot in my heart for
when they presented Harena, I was like, no, that's my color. That's my, I'm going, that's me.
Well,
yeah, I like Mars. Okay, look, I'm a Mars player. I like aggro. I like to be able to control the board the most that I can with my avatar. Like, you know, every single turn, 3 attack, 3 damage to X or Y bug and whatever. So that's me.
Yeah.
But I saw Arena, and my favorite color is orange. I said it before, and I will say it again. I saw that color. I was like, yeah, this is the one. This is the one. I don't care how it plays. I'm gonna play this one.
That's what I say about Scotty.
What about the avatar? I mean, you saw the new avatar for the set. This like half sand, you know.
Yeah, that looks amazing. I was like, whoa. And with all these Egyptian things and, you know, the scorpions and whatever, I don't believe in that, but I am a Scorpio, so I'm like, so I want to see more of those.
I don't believe in that, but I'm gonna mention it.
I'm gonna mention it there, so it's something that I want to. I always love scorpions and that kind of bugs. That's one thing that I have to like mention. I wasn't into bugs that much until I started playing this game.
That's one thing. I learned a couple things about bugs after I
started like, because Bright has some videos that he's explaining the bug behind the card, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. And you sit down with Bright and I'm gonna mention it here. Every single time that I have the break or this that I'm sitting down with Brian, he has like this. He mentioned this stuff about bugs, and I'm like, whoa, it blew my mind. And I started looking more stuff and more stuff and more stuff because I didn't know it. I didn't know about it. He knows a lot.
Yeah, he's Brighton. Shout out to Brighton, one of our newest junior devs. He does the Behind the Bug, which he posts in the Discord channel as well as on his Instagram. I'm kind of in the same boat. I've always loved bugs ever since I was a kid. You know, bugs in nature. I've always been an outdoorsy guy, but I have learned so much more about bugs ever since joining the Shardbugs server. Not even the team. Just as soon as I got in the server, I'm looking at these cards. You're learning about the cards, why they do what they do, why they're designed, maybe why the artwork is a certain way. And then ever since Brighton hopped in the server too, he's helped me to identify. I set up a specific role and a channel just for entomologists such as him, so that if anybody has any questions about these cards, they can tag. And people were having a lot of fun learning about bugs, and I've tagged him a few times, like, hey, I took a picture of a bug that I found in my yard, or I found it in my house. What is this? And he helps me answer those things. So I've just like you guys, I've learned so much about bugs, and I love that our game, it either you find people who already have this natural curiosity with bugs and they fall in love with this game because it has something to do with bugs, or they fall in love with this game and because it's so easy to just start learning about bugs from playing this game, all of a sudden they start having this natural curiosity and learning more about bugs just from playing, and it kind of, you can't help it. You start loving bugs more, and you start learning more about them. So.
You start looking into facts too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a request for him because I need to know about my favorite card from set 1, which is the Grease Weevil.
That's a fun one.
Nobody plays that card.
What is fun is
I'm the only one.
He is a Luna player, but that's his favorite card that is a Mars.
Because nobody saw the potential on that card.
I don't care.
It's a cool one.
It's a cool one. I'm not gonna lie. I've never seen anybody playing with that card other than Adogiri. But it's like, bro, it's Mars. It's not even Luna. So I don't know why you're talking about that. All your devotion to Luna and then you're playing a Mars card. Like, oh, that's my favorite card.
I've been winning with Luna lately, so just saying.
That card is I believe it's if you control a support card.
Yeah.
A support card,
right? Yeah.
You're gonna draw a card. Yep.
It's a good card.
It is a good card.
I have a feeling it will see more play. There's some cool things. As we get more sets out, I think people are going to start having more appreciation for, support cards and item cards. They're not too. Some cards or some decks play really heavily into them. More so items right now. You don't see a whole lot of support cards played right now, save for, Luna's Blessing, Mars Blessing, the blessings, and things like tall grass or sunflowers. But I think as we see more sets come out, people are going to really start seeing the value in having those support cards and being able to, have something that buffs your field or do something, big for you. So we'll see. That more people might be hopping on board with the Grease Weevil.
Okay, this might be like a very special question, I guess. Share with us an amazing memory that you have thanks to being part of the Shardbugs team.
Okay. I'd say one of my favorite memories and experiences that I've had since joining the team has got to be our very first convention that we went to, Collecticon in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, for a few reasons. One, that was the very first convention that we ever had. Two, that was the first time that I actually got to fly out and meet the whole team in person. Until then, I had only met Lewis, and I communicated with the team, but I had never met everybody. So that was the first time I got to meet everybody in person, and we had some cool moments as a team. And not only that, but it was our Kickstarter weekend. So there's a lot of excitement around the Kickstarter. You know, a lot of really exciting things happening around the Kickstarter. But to add even more to that, it was also my birthday weekend.
Oh, nice.
We were at the convention. It was my birthday. Kickstarter is launching. I'm with the team. We're having this really fun event. I'm there. I'm hyped up. I'm at the convention and sharing this game with everybody. And then all of a sudden the Kickstarter goes live and we rush over to the computer and we're watching the numbers and we're watching the Kickstarter and Lewis is watching the total go up for the pledges. And I remember sitting next to him. We're standing next to him when it went live. We were all kind of counting down as a team, like, here we go, 3, 2, 1, hit it, it's going live. And I think with under a minute, we hit that pledge goal. And I just remember looking at Lewis, and man, there was so much emotion on his face of just like I'm gonna put it out there. He had a little tear coming down. I mean, this man was so happy to see something, and rightfully so, something that he put so much time, so much effort, so much work, so much investment into this thing, and being there for that moment with the team crowded around the computer with the guy who created it, and seeing his emotions of what he's feeling, watching the support go up, and it hits that within under a minute. I think it was 2 minutes. We surpassed it, and I think we went double. And then so all that excitement around the Kickstarter, my birthday weekend, being able to spend it with the team, meet the team for the first time at our first convention, I think was just a lot of historical firsts clumped into one to make such a really amazing weekend. So I will never forget that. That's still to this day is one of my favorite memories with the team so far.
Nice.
I don't think anything is gonna surpass that.
I feel the same way about the 10K.
The 10K. That was
for me. That was the first too. I met everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen everybody for the first time. All the people in the community are super welcoming.
Yeah.
Everybody's nice.
I got to meet you guys for the first time over there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We got to meet Ray of Sand. It was an amazing weekend. For me, it was an amazing weekend. It was an amazing activity. Everybody was like super nice. We have fun. We talk about a bunch of other stuff other than bugs and chart bugs and stuff. It was really amazing. I'm not gonna lie. For me, it's one of the best weekend that I had as an adult.
I only regret one thing.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
We should have done another draft. We only did one draft.
We only did one draft.
I was like, I should have done another one.
I think so many people were just so excited and so worn out by the end of that event that but I mean, plenty of time for more drafts. That 10K was definitely if I could have done top 3 moments, the 10K would have been number 2 for me after the Kickstarter weekend. The 10K was just so much fun. Like you guys said, I got to meet you guys. I got to meet a lot of the community for the first time. All these regular people that you see in the community all the time, some of our most active players. And speaking of Ariel, got to meet him for the first time, and I was actually his roommate there. So we got to hang out outside of the event, and he's a really cool dude. He was teaching me more Spanish a little bit, and I was teaching him a little bit more stuff with English. We realized we have similar taste in music, so that was definitely a cool memory too. Just being part of the 10K, the first, that was another first that you guys were part of too. Was the first tournament on that scale.
Yeah,
that's big. So that's definitely a good memory right there too. I'm glad you guys could be a part of that. I'm glad I got to meet you guys and hang out with you guys. We went to dinner and all that, which was really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
This year we're gonna do it again.
Hey, bigger and better. This is 2026. This is the year of the bug.
So, are you guys gonna go to Gen Con or no? Do you have any plans to go to Gen Con?
I can't speak too much on it. So what I can say,
let's go.
Is
Kev, he just confirmed Charbucks is going to Gen Con, and they're gonna be doing a 264 people tournament.
You will see Shardbugs there at Gen Con.
Perfect.
Let's go.
That's
Let's
all I
go.
can say
Let's go. Let's go.
as far as what we can do. I can't say we were there last time. I did a small little tournament, but we're gonna be back, and we're gonna be bigger than ever. So I'll leave you at that. You'll see Shardbugs at Gen Con.
Let's go.
Let's
So,
go.
I mean, any spoilers that you can say or mention other than the Gen Con spoiler?
If not, I have one. Don't worry. I got you.
What you
I have a spoiler.
I don't think there's anything that I've been approved to say right now. I wish I had a spoiler for you guys. I know I'll definitely have one for you guys as we get a little bit closer to set 4. What I can say is I think the people who were lucky enough to get their hands on or to sign up for the pre-order for set 3 when we had that super early supporter pre-order window open, they are going to have these special booster packs that come with that. We did mention that. We only showed one of the cards there. While I can't reveal anything else, I will say those people who got those cards are going to be super, super excited to see how all of those cards look and come together, especially if you're fitting them all on one page.
Oh, I like that.
Oh,
You'll be able to see them all. You'll be able. That's all I can say. I can't say anything more.
Continues.
No problem. We good. We good with that.
Okay.
But those are looking to be pretty cool. I think you guys are gonna like those. And did you guys got in on that one, right?
So
yes and no.
Yes and no. Yeah.
We can talk about it.
Okay. But I'm excited to see people's reactions when they get those, and I think those are going to be something really cool to see what people think when they open those up. We're always trying to do new things. We're always trying to do new treatments, new fun things to keep you guys on your toes and to bring more excitement.
I mean, even with the promos that you guys are doing now, the promo that is going to come for the next Miami TCG.
Oh, the invigorating breeze.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
These promos here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, these are amazing. Every single one of these are amazing. That's it. I
was going to say, I'm glad a lot of the community has been enjoying those. The like 2-card panoramic scene cards, the promos have been something that we've been having a lot of fun with. The very first example we saw of that was the Alpha Investments promo and the Blue Eyes White Dragonfly with the Dave buy a box from the first set, the beginning, or the standard of the beginning, or no, I'm sorry, I'm getting my sets because that was for the first edition of set 2.
Sir.
There you go. And then those ones now. I love those. I think we've been having a lot of fun with those. The community has been loving those. So I don't think it's the last time you'll see them. We've been having a lot of fun. I think that fits really well with like a buy a box and then something else. So I can't promise we'll do it again, but all I can say is we've been having a lot of fun with those, and we like how much the community's been enjoying them. I really like how these ones turned out. Did you? I'm almost wondering if you guys know the reference that we were going for with these two. It's a little bit of like a cultural throwback to something from a few decades ago.
A few decades ago.
No, I'm not that old. Like you see my
I mean, it was before my time too, but it was a reference. So, are you guys familiar with the Spy versus Spy comics from back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
So
exactly,
those two right there were a little bit of a nod to that like Spy versus Spy sort of thing, because they're each looking at each other like, hey, you're my target.
I got you. Yes, I got you.
Exactly. I got you. Okay, so Atukiti says that he's gonna be doing.
You're gonna be doing too.
No, not me.
We both are gonna be doing together.
The one that prepared that was you.
As a team.
That's on you, my friend. Do you want me to change the setup
Yes,
here?
yes. Go do what you have to.
Which one?
I think this one might work. Not
Oh.
that one.
Give me 1 second.
That's not the one that I was looking.
I mean, but you can put the cards without. What is here?
Yeah, just add it. Boom.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
So we talk about
love-
this,
love that play
right? Oh, of course, best Pokemon ever. We talked about this earlier. I mean, a couple of days ago. I created a title deck using chart books cards, and this is something that we used to do for the other program that we run. When we have interviews, we like to do this. So I'm gonna split the deck in 3, and you're gonna choose top or bottom from left to right. For this one first, I guess. Is it middle?
Okay.
So this one first, I guess.
Let's go top.
Let's go top. Like that.
That
card.
one. Let's go top with that one,
Okay.
and then let's go bottom with the last one.
And Axe is gonna read
No,
what the
senor.
cards say.
You will read that. I can't read anything from here.
You will read it too. Everybody has to read it. So this is one of the cards that he got. You got that?
So we got
Meditation?
meditation.
Hey, that's a good
Mhm.
one. I like that one.
You got restful sleep.
Restful sleep.
Okay.
And intimidating.
Intimidate foe. Oh.
Okay.
What you got,
Okay.
Axe?
No, what you got?
I'm ready.
Mete mano.
So here's what I'm seeing. Intimidate foe could be your problems or your issues in life that they might be intimidating to you. For a long time, you haven't been able to have a restful sleep. That's why you get this other card right here. You need to meditate in order to achieve a restful sleep. That's going to help you deal with the intimidating foe.
I like it. I like it. Well, I do love myself a nice restful meditation. So I agree. You know, I got to start meditating out there more with the bugs, getting my restful sleep, and I'll be able to take on all these things that are trying to intimidate me.
There you go. See?
Mira, look
That's
at that.
it. That's
Do
a
you
wrap.
have something to say, Ash?
No, sir.
No?
What you
Oh,
said is perfect.
Okay.
I like it. I like it.
And
No,
you have
I really love what you're doing with these. I think that's a really fun idea. So, and you do a really good job interpreting them. So that's fun. I like it.
Okay, so
lucky number is gonna be 14 because that's my
Oh,
lucky number.
sir.
So I'm gonna
Jesus Christ.
give it to you.
Oh yeah, you know you should do at the bottom of those. Each card has a card number. You can what are my numbers that I chose?
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
2,
See?
8, and 9. 99.
Oh, those are some good numbers. 8's one of my numbers.
I like
Yeah,
number
look at
8.
that.
I like the
See?
number 8, honestly. I like that one.
Yeah, 8's a number of mine because of my birth. My birth stuff. It's around my birthday without doxing myself too much. That's something doing my birthday. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay,
Nice.
so to conclude,
Mhm.
what's next for KevMo? And
What's-
next for you?
like
Like
on
as part of the team or as part of your any project that you have, just for yourself?
Well, better yet, is there anything that you want to tell us that we didn't ask you about?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Let's see. As far as myself, I just hope to keep doing more things that the community wants to see in the Discord server and the weekly online league. The weekly online league is something that I started to help players who might not be nearby an LGS or might not have play groups, and it just serves to connect players together. So I would love to continue to do more fun and exciting things with the online league. For those who are familiar with it, I did introduce a little bit of like a deck building challenge aspect to it recently, to where it's not just normal, constructed play. Now you have these deck building restrictions that if you build your deck using these challenges, say for example, one challenge that we had somewhat recently was the lower rarity challenge. So you have to build your deck using only commons and uncommons. You couldn't use any rares or cosmic rares. So if you participate, you get some added booster packs, and if you place in the top 4, you get some extra booster packs too. So that was something that I decided to add and try out, just to switch things around and make things a little bit fun and interesting for the community. And coming up in season 3, I would love to introduce not only a little bit more of those challenges for the community, but I would like to toy around more with some alternative formats, some like experimental formats. So come season 3, when set 3 drops, will be around the time that we start the online league season 3, and I'd love to make possibly the last day of the week, the last weekend of the month, be specifically for these fun alternate experimental formats. So maybe we'll do a limited event where we do draft or sealed, or maybe we do this aftermath format that has that people have been talking about, that Nate has been playing with people here and there. I recently just played for the first time some Two-Headed Hive, which is kind of like a two-headed giant format for 2v2. So there's a lot of these really fun experimental formats that we'd love to just have fun with, see how they play. And I'd love to incorporate more of that in the online league and do more just community events with some of these things, because as much as I love the normal format, I've always been one of those people who will experiment with all these different, just for fun, experimental formats. What can you really do with these cards that is different from what you normally are supposed to do with them, and how can you make this fun and exciting and involve multiple players? And so I would love to bring a little bit more of that into the community and do some of those days, as well as there's a few fun things that I want to bring to the Discord server for the community to have more engagement a little bit. I'm working currently on the back end with upcoming partner that will be introducing a few fun things into the Discord server to add a little bit more fun and things that are going to spur some community involvement and some chatter a little bit. So there's a few fun things that I got coming up as far as the Discord and the community and the Shardbugs world. As far as myself, let's just say I hope to be able to make it out to more of these conventions and events with you guys.
Yes.
I've been talking to the team and trying to see what we have coming up here soon, and there's a pretty good chance you'll see me popping up at a couple of these this year. So
That's good.
Keep your eyes out. I hope to meet more of the community and have fun. Maybe get some games in with you guys. We didn't really get a game in last time I saw you guys.
Yeah, we weren't able to.
Yeah. So that's one thing I really want to try for, is I don't get a lot of time to actually play, unfortunately, Shardbugs myself because of how busy we've been. So I want to open myself up to more opportunities to actually play with the community, whether that's online or in person. So that's my plans. How about you guys?
So Adugiti and me, we are gonna be trying to be in all those activities. That's one thing that we have for this year. We want to be part of those conventions and stuff, because first of all, we've been growing. You've seen that we've been growing like a lot in the last couple of months. We've been getting to a lot of. Thank you. We've been getting to a lot of places. A lot of people is like asking us about some questions about different games and stuff like that. So it's been amazing the last couple of months. The last time that Adugiti was part of something that was the 10K, he felt the same thing that I was feeling every single time that I just go to one of these activities that you guys had. Like, they were asking me, hey, you're from Lorcanitos, you're the one that do this, you're the one that do that. And it's like, it's amazing, and I feel like really good. Also, the involvement with the community is something that we care about. We've been trying to do more when it comes to different communities. So for my part, it's just being part of these activities and these conventions and stuff, and be part of the community a little bit more, being able to play a little bit more with you guys and stuff like that. So, Mr. Atukiti, I don't know what you have. Well, he plays every single.
Well, I've been trying to be part of the online league and play there because I don't have a store nearby to go play.
Not yet.
Not yet. Actually, I just sent the email to
You
the
did, you
team,
did.
so hopefully, there's a store coming.
Yeah, I've
bringing
seen
Starbucks
you.
here.
I've seen you participating more in the online league lately. It's been good to see you in there. So
Yeah, me,
I think you
I've been
even,
trying, but
yeah,
work.
you got to get you in there, my friend.
Yeah, work.
He's bad. He's it's not even
Hey,
worth it.
well, no, don't play.
No, but I one thing too is I hope to I'm going to be a little bit more involved in some of these content videos with some of these content creators that have been partnering with us, or that we're helping to sponsor, or that are just working with us to pump out Shardbugs content. I'd love to be more involved with content creators, and however I can help with you guys. I'd love to pop on more with you guys, and I know we want to get some games in, so maybe we can get a gameplay video going here in
Yeah,
the
of course.
future, and just so I'd love to be involved more with the community and some of these content videos, and gameplay and spoilers and all this stuff. So yeah, maybe
I wanna
I'll come back on
see-
Lorcanitos, and I'll practice.
I mean,
practice my
doors
Spanish
are
a little
always
bit.
open. Those doors are always open. I even mentioned it, like you can do a breaking the meta with us if you want.
Hey, there you go. Yeah.
But what I do want to see, I want to see more challenges in the online league. I'm
Okay.
just thinking maybe like a only on splat effect challenge. That would be nice.
Okay.
That you can only use bugs with splat effect. I don't know if there's enough for a whole deck.
I don't know if Mars has.
Like for I know Luna, that's not an issue for Luna, but
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know about Mars and Soul.
Yeah.
But that would be like a nice
We'll
challenge.
see. You never
I'd
know
like
what's going
to
to come out
see-
in set 3.
Challenge for like a specific cards too, like cards that nobody play, cards that
Yeah, build the deck
we have
around
never,
this card.
we have never seen in Breaking the Meta. I would like to see those cards.
That Grease Weevil.
Oh, you already saw it because I play it.
No, I definitely if you guys or anybody in the community, if you guys have if you're involved in the online league and you have ideas of some fun challenges that would be fun to try out, I'm always open to feedback and ideas. I like some of these ones. The idea of having to build a challenge deck around a specific card would be kind of neat. Yeah, we'll have fun with it. I'm sure. We'll see what we can do coming up here soon.
Well, Mr. KevMo, thank you for your time. Thank you for being part of this first. Well, you being the first interview of this new thing that we are building, and thing that you guys are building, because that connection with the community is really amazing. It's really good. And using us, and this is something that I'm gonna say. I get super excited every single time that I get a message from Luis, letting me know, hey, you guys are gonna be showing this card. You're the first person. Actually, we were the first ones that spoil one card for set 2. It was the Docky, and we were super excited, and we want to continue working with you guys the same way that we've been doing since now. And that said, thank you one more time for being part of Lorcanitos, being part of this episode. I don't know, Atukiti, if you want to say anything else.
Kev, share your social media. I don't know if you want to share it, or
I'm on.
where people can reach out to you.
Yeah, I'm on. I have an Instagram. It's shardbugwhisperer. Shard.bug.whisperer. You can find me on Instagram. I usually post a lot of just Shardbug stuff. Keep things going. You can find me on there. You can always reach out to me on there. I might start posting some more pictures of my collection, because I've been going through some of my cards and really wanting to start posting some photos on there. So I'll probably post some fun stuff on there. Otherwise, you can reach out to me. I'm also Shardbug Whisper on Discord, in the Discord server. Not really much, not really out there for any other stuff. I'm very minimal with social media, but you can find my Shardbugs account if you want to.
Okay.
Perfect.
So,
thank you one more time.
Thank you once more for having me on. And I'm sorry I couldn't get you guys a super exciting spoiler this time around, but let me talk to the team and see what we can do, and maybe we can throw you guys something here soon, whether that's with me on here or you guys doing something on your own. Either way, we'll get you guys something.
Let's go.
Well, muchas gracias por haber sido parte de este episodio de Lorcanitos, donde le hicimos la entrevista al señor KevMo.
We're doing English.
I just said in English, I'm just repeating in Spanish, so déjate de cosas.
Oh.
So nos vemos en el próximo episodio de Lorcanitos. Se me cuidan. Bye bye.